Hi, kids. I'm Officer Mitch with the Boulder Police Department. Thanks for allowing me to read you a cool story. It's called Grumpy Duck, and it's dedicated to a person I work with in my office by the name of Officer Rich. It's by Joyce Dunbar and illustrated by Peter Horacek. Duck was feeling grumpy. The pond was dirty, so she couldn't paddle in it. She had no one to play with. A little gray cloud appeared over her head. She waddled over to Dog, who was digging a hole. I've got no one to play with, she said to Dog. You can play with me, said Dog, if you like digging holes. I don't, grumped Duck. Digging holes would make my feathers dirty. Uh-huh, sighed Dog. The little gray cloud got bigger. Pig was rolling in the mud. I've got no one to play with, Duck said to Pig. Come and play with me, said Pig, in my gloopy puddle. No thanks, grumped Duck. Ducks like water, not gloop. Oink, honked Pig. The little gray clouder got even bigger. Rooster was cock-a-doodling. I've got no one to play with, said Duck. You can play with me if you like, said Rooster. We could sing a cock-a-doodle chorus. I just don't do cock-a-doodling, grumped Duck. Squawk, said Rooster. The little gray cloud got bigger still. Rabbit was hopping around. I've got no one to play with, said Duck. We can see who can hop the highest. You can hop the highest, silly, grumped Duck. I'm not silly, said Rabbit. The little gray cloud wasn't little at all anymore. It was big. Tortoise was dozing in his shell. I've got no one to play with, said Duck, tapping his shell with her beak. You can doze with me, said Tortoise. It's very peaceful. Boring, more like, grumped Duck. Tut, tutted Tortoise. Now the gray cloud was huge. Cheer up, Duck, said Goat, who was busy eating the washing on the line. I've got no one to play with, said Duck. Share a snack with me, said Goat. Here's a tasty t-shirt. Ducks don't eat clothes, grumped Duck. And neither should goats. You'll get a stomachache. Oh, will I? Grumbled Goat. Now the gray cloud was ginormous. It was a great blob hanging low overhead. So now all the animals were grumpy. Then something strange began to happen. The great gray cloud turned blue and purple and yellow until it was black. That looks kind of scary. Sitting beneath this ginormous black cloud were a dog who had stopped wagging his tail, a pig whose ears were droopy, a rooster who was no longer cockadoodling, a rabbit who had lost his hop, a tortoise who had decided to stay in his shell forever and ever, a goat who scowled at the big black cloud, and a duck who was still grumpy. What sort of cloud was it? Was it a gloom cloud or a mood cloud? Could it be, was it a grumpy duck cloud? Would it blot out the sun forever? Could it burst? Yes! Suddenly there were splat, plop, plink, plitter, plat, dribble. I think we know what's happened. A million of big, shiny, wet, splashy raindrops. Duck spread her wings wide open. She splished and splashed and splashed. Duck wasn't grumpy anymore. I'm waddling in the rain, quack, quack, she sang. One by one, they all joined in. I'm plopping in the rain, oink, oink. I'm barking in the rain, woof, woof. I'm cockadoodling in the rain. I'm hopping so high, hip hop. I'm drinking up the rain, slurp, slurp. What a glorious feeling, bleated Goat. We're happy again, just waddling and paddling by the pond, they all sang in chorus. And where was the big black cloud? It was gone, gone. In its place was a bright, shining rainbow. And that's the end. I want to thank you for listening, and I hope your day is a little less grumpy. Take care.